All right, because you guys are on the field trip, I'm going to try to make a video. Hopefully it's good. So in two variable statistics, we're going to go ahead and we're going to compare two variables, y hat and x. Why is it y hat? That's not super important. But as one thing changes, the x variable, the y is going to change linearly. All right, it's a predictive thing. It's not like an absolute. A is going to be our initial value or y-intercept, or if x is 0, what is my starting point for the y value? Now, if I take a look at the b, that's going to be my slope, or for one increase in x, how far does my y value change up or down? All right. You might see this as y hat equals bx plus a, okay? But just know that the letter in front of the x is the slope, okay? And the other one's the y-intercept. All right, the next thing you're supposed to learn is how things change. So let's say I'm bowling and my mean is 250. Here's my median, my standard deviation, and my IQR. Okay, that's my flat statistics. So now the question is, what happens if I apply that to a new situation? So in situations where we have to go from our original data to a new set of data, we are going to have to change the benchmarkers of the data because we don't want to redo everything. We just want to see how does it change. For instance, if we have Fahrenheit and we want to switch to Celsius, if all these are in Fahrenheit, how do we get that to Celsius without having to redo everything or changing from inches to feet? So in this situation, I've got bowling in one game and then bowling in 3 games. Notice how I'm multiplying all of this data by 3, and so the mean, median, standard deviation, IQR are multiplied by 3. That may be like, oh, obviously, Mr. Strem, but let's take a look if I try something else. So what if I'm given my original data for bowling, and then because of handicapping, I'm going to need to add 100 points. Wouldn't make sense, obviously, because I've got a high total. But let's just say we had to add 100 points. The question is, would we add 100 to all of these? And the fact is, no. We're only going to add to the mean and the median, but the standard deviation and IQR don't change. Okay, so we're just basically adjusting where on a scale our mean and median are. So those have to change with addition or subtraction. But when it comes to the IQR and the standard deviation, those are going to stay the same set of units. Okay, so to sum up, when we go ahead and we multiply or divide our set of data, okay, we're going to have to do it for everything. All right. If we're adding and subtracting, we don't touch the measures of spread. We only do the measures of central tendency. Okay. Hope that helps.